Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back once again for another Let's Play of Zack Wiki. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we did some baby dragon babysitting throughout our time in the said volcano cavern for that boss battle that was going on with the mom. And let's just say that that was the most grueling type of task situation throughout our time here in this game. I know that previously before when I said that Frost Breath was going to be somewhat really annoying within here, I want to say that within the baby dragon one is going to be annoying as well too in the process, because if you never went and played through Zack and Wiki and never went through this type of boss before, let's just say that you want to make sure that you keep that baby dragon well calmed down, so that if the baby dragon does start going off and start crying his eyes out, that is when that can become a major problem and you could run into a potential game over within that said mama dragon there. But anyways, we already went and finished it off. But during our time, during the last bit of the said last episode, Rosa went and took our secret map that we do have for our next other area. So now we're going to have to be on the lookout for our treasure map once again, so that then we can go and head off to that said area, which that is going to be known as Barbarossa's Tower. Now this place, I do have to say, is really cool because like we get to, well, basically get to use our said type of camera a little bit more often that's going to be in here compared from the other times around. And this is where you are going to have to make sure to use your said type of camera, because what's going to happen here is that there's going to be a lot of goon members around, and one thing that you don't really want to do is have any of these goon members try to go and interact with you, because basically at that time when it happens, that is like so much a game over that you will have to go and basically restart all the way back from the beginning. Now here's this biplane here. We're not going to worry about it just yet, but that is something at the very end that we will have to go and do a little bit later. But now the one thing that when we are here in the airship, one thing that you do not want to go and do is press on the green button. Whatever you do, just press on the red or the blue, and then that will basically keep you safe. The green button is not really meant for anything. It's just that that will basically get you into a problem where you are going to run into a game over. But what we are going to do is actually head over here to this other little computer thing, and there is some, I want to say, some type of weaponry that Rosa actually does have within her airship, but we're going to go and drop all that stuff down, and hopefully that does not really go and cause any type of situation down at the bottom wherever that we're flying across. But either way, let's just go and head into the ladder and head across over here. And yeah, like Zack's type of positioning of how he's trying to climb over within that cell ladder can be really scary, but either way, seems like he has some great Spider-Man strike that's going on here. So we're gonna go and throw over this type of little part here so that we can at least go and be able to climb up on top of that ladder. But right now we're not going to really worry about that yet, so we're just going to head back over to the other side of the ladder. And what's going to happen here is that once we go through the door, technically we would get into a game over if that type of little oh, I forget what the word of that is actually known as, the visor or whatever, whatever type of that tile that we just went and pushed over, he'll just go and fall right through the floor. But if we didn't have that like opened up, he would have actually caused us a game over there. But at least everything's fine. Now what we're going to do is actually turn off the next other said computer area here, and that's actually going to go and turn off the said propeller that is going to be on one part of the actual said airship. And I don't know why this airship has not even went and like tried to get capsized yet, because I'm pretty sure that once you actually go and turn off one type of propeller, you're kind of like, well, I was about to like kind of tip over, but I guess like it's just only one propeller, right? I guess the other one's still active, but I guess we're still flying in the air. But what we are going to have to do is we are going to have to somewhat kind of stay around here for a little bit. And this is where you are going to have to use your camera. So make sure that that guy actually goes and kind of does his little checkup on the said type of computer program. And even though that this man is not going to really know exactly what to go and do with the said type of thing, even though that's like literally the most easiest thing to go and do is just literally just turn back on the actual said, with the actual type of switch back to its normal position. But it gives us enough time that with this guy here just kind of not knowing what he's doing, we're just gonna kind of head all the way back over to the outer part of the actual said airship that's going to be here. And there was a said type of ladder just around within the outside part that we never really went out of our way to go and do, because technically if we went and tried to head down into there, that area would be blocked, because we wouldn't know how to go and actually at least somewhat turn off the propeller but since we already went and did it now, we can just be able to just go and head all the way over here to this door and get it as done as quickly as we can. So just head over to the door, and there should be a goon member just waiting outside. Just go and shake him about, and he should be able to just land right onto the said type of button switch here. So don't pick it up. Let him just sit there for the time being, because there is going to be a situation where that said door that we're going to have to go and run on back out of here on this other said floor will actually get locked later, because that's when we're actually going to have to pick up with the said type of map. But now what we're going to do is actually turn on the turrets up here. And we're going to at least do something interesting within the top part of this airship, because now we're going to have to at least blow out the said door that is going to be here for the hangar, and then also blowing out the said type of ventilation system that will be around, and that will actually cause us to go and head into another part of the said area of the actual said airship. So now this man actually went and turned back on the actual said propeller, so now everything is back to normalcy again. But how are we ever going to be able to go and get back to our original spot? Well, there was a said type of area, I want to say around within that part, where you do have to, I think, use the said door within the area around within Captain Rose's part there. But, however, we're going to go and use the actual said machine that is going to be here, and we're going to do a little bit of some shooting out here. So just kind of make sure that you line it up, and hopefully you can at least somewhat blast it. You do have to press the A button, I believe, to actually go and blast everything, and the B button is for you to just get on back on out of there. So no, we just want to just shut down the floor. That's not going to be good. There we go. So we just want to take care of the ventilation system, and now we're going to go and blow out the hangar door. So there we go, and just like that, that is just only the two things that we need. So now, let's just go and fall down here into this particular area. And it seems like you can also guide the frog out of there as well, too. I'm kind of curious if there was probably anything else that you can also do within this airship. Because there's going to be two things that we are going to do here within this type of ventilation system. And that is going to be, for one, well, we are just going to go and place on down with a said type of bomb here on the said area where this type of propeller is going to be, or well, not the propeller, but the fan that's going to be there, and knock out the goon. But also you can go and move around with the frog again for a second time, and actually drop the frog down into this little spot and scare the crap out of Rose there. But then there was also another type of spot as well too, and that was just right around within the ventilation system where you could potentially drop another said frog bomb somewhere, but it's okay. We're just going through my type of way of how to do this. So yeah, so here's another one of these type of things that we just went and had to push out of the way from before. One of these type of other type of openings here. So now we actually have a way to, well, somewhat access our way back up top. But at some point, that will get locked up later as well, too, because of the goons at some point when they go and start chasing us. But head on through here, and I think what you want to make sure is just go and crate into a totem, just so that that goon won't actually decide to wake back up later. And do not, and I mean repeatedly, do not go into this room and try to use the ding ding bell for what Wiki has, because if you do that, Rose will go and wake up, and she will get you a game over, and you will have to restart all over again, which that's not good. But there is a situation later where you can actually create Rose as an actual said totem, but that's not going to really happen here in this particular area, not yet, but we'll have to wait a little bit later for another time where we can't go and create Rose into a set type of totem. So yeah, so now since she's like really angry now what they're gonna do is like they're gonna try and corner us with our time with the set type of airship. So let's go and figure this out. So that door is now locked. So they're going to have to find another way to get on around. We're going to keep on running for our lives and head on down back over here to the elevator. Well, not around with the elevator, but where the said ladder is going to be around within here. And now, so we got some goo members around within this particular part, so they're not going to be all that too aware about what we're going to do. And yeah, so that hangar door is like completely gone at this point, so they can't even go and like activate it at all. So we're going to kind of have to wait a little bit and actually head on the way over here to this side now. So yeah, so Rose and everybody else is on that side, right? And we're not going to even worry about them. So we're going to head back up to Rose's room. And there was another said type of area that we never really went to access through Rose's area just yet. And that was around over here on this particular floor. Now this is where that said green button was at. And this is normally where Rose's place was going to be around. But we never really wanted to go and press that green button because originally before there was a lot of said type of goon members here in that one. So here we go, head all the way back up to the biplane, and make sure that you go and turn on the actual said switch there, and then also move with the said type of throttle as well. And just like that, we should be able to just fly on out of here and have the treasure map in hand. So there we go, that just went in and completed off with the said airship. A little bit of a detour type of area before heading off into Barbarossa's tower, but Barbarossa's tower is going to be here. We will be taking that on for another said episode, and let's just say that that area is going to be somewhat relatively like very tricky in a way, because you kind of have to like figure out how you're going to be able to walk around within the area without getting spotted by any of those ghosts. Because it's going to be a spooky, scary time within there. So now Rose is a little bit upset that the treasure has been gone, but you know what? She'll have something else up her sleeve to figure out. So now we actually have a second plane with us. But I know that's not going to be lasting for too long, because that's going to get also probably thrown off into the ocean somewhere. Because guess what? Captain Rose's team has won and finally showed up again, and they're going to try to at least, well, basically shoot down our airplane as well, which that's not good. Uh-oh, I think we're going down again. Yeah, I guess that is her idea of letting us go. But with that being the end of this video for today, we are going to finish this off. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one for when we actually do have to go and head off into our time of Barbarossa's tower. So see you in the next one, and of course, peace.